Man, what a cool Friday night. We've already got Braden's already in the chat saying that was a bad loss for FSU, bro. You beat me to it before I can even talk. That's pretty impressive. It's kind of cool when you're watching it or you're coaching a Friday night game, which I was coaching a high school football game. That's why I'm still in my polo. Go Titans. Another dub for the Titans. But and you're watching the game on the sideline at the same exact time. That's how much commitment level I have to the game of college football, like kind of double fisting. And you're seeing Florida State and you think, okay, first of all, Friday nights. Like, Friday nights are always weird, right? Like, you don't know what's going to happen no matter who you play. Weird things happen. We saw, Boise and South Florida early in the season. Like, you just see those things that, that happen, that materialize. So you're like, daggum, there could always be a chance. And here's something to consider. The last two opponents for Florida State really weren't challenges for them. So Kent State, East Texas A&M. I didn't know East Texas A&M had a team, but they outscored them 143-13. Hadn't been challenged. Ripped off a bunch of long, explosive plays. Games were over. Didn't have to push themselves. Feeling themselves from Bama. Starting to get more attention. Friday night, not a lot of people thinking this upset could happen. Tony Elliott, Virginia. Kudos, credit, props. They invested this offseason. They spent money. They wanted to become legit. How do you do that? You beat a team like Florida State. That's a great job by Tony Elliott. And what did they do, man? They came out. They got up. They forced turnovers. How about 12-play drive, 16-play drive, 15-play drive? Like, possessed the football, made plays with their QB, did exactly what they needed to do to keep themselves in position. And that's all you want to do, right? Like, you want to give yourself a chance to win, and they did. By the way, who else loved the ACC reviews? Like, being in the booth, under the hood, like that catch, no catch on the first or the third down of overtime when Florida State needs to score to tie it up in double OT. Like, that was a very borderline catch. And it's kind of nice hearing the process and having the transparency. If any other conference is listening, that would be a great thing. Now, I don't want to see it every single review, but those clutch moments, like, that was unbelievably insane. That was so cool to be able to see. Obviously, huge win for Virginia, for their program. Tony Elliott hasn't established himself there. A lot of people were calling for his job. He hasn't done anything. This is a pivotal moment. This is a seminal moment for Tony Elliott and company to get a big win, to build this program now going in the right direction. They have a 4-point loss to NC State, which was a really good football game. Like, the ACC, what does this say about the ACC? Another good team? Or are you not buying Florida State? But when you move forward and you're Florida State, were you looking ahead at Miami? Like, was that where you were looking? Because obviously Miami's off, huge test next week, big-time deal, big-time opportunity. But here's another thing to consider when looking at FSU's schedule. The only ranked team left on their schedule is Miami. So how bad does Florida State need that win? Like, the Bama win might be big time. Obviously, they better be Bama fans the rest of the season. That's the coolest thing about college football now. Like, you better relegate yourself and you better take out all of the hatred for the rivals and the people that you used to cheer against. Like, FSU, you need to cheer for Bama. You need them to be good the rest of the way. Like, FSU fans, your season next week against Miami has a lot to do with where you're going to go. But another thing, X's and O's wise, Tommy and Florida State. I think the big question mark that we've talked about is can he make plays from the pocket? Like, can he beat you from the pocket? And I think you saw late. Listen, the fourth down in regulation, 4th and 11, rolls left, throwing against his body, was an unbelievable throw. But can he do it in the pocket and get the ball out? Like, he had the play in double overtime where the guy sits down in zone. It becomes 3rd and 7. It shouldn't have been 3rd and 7. It should have been a first down. And so I think you see a little bit of the blueprint. You got to keep him in the pocket. Like, he's going to do most of his damage outside. He's not a tall guy. Like, He's barely 6 feet tall, so keep him in there, make him throw from there. First, you got to stop their run game, and Virginia did a good enough job doing that, and then forcing the 3 turnovers. That was the biggest difference in the game. Like FSU making those plays, Virginia making them at opportune times too, right? Like the big time play in the end zone, them going in to score. So, kudos to Virginia and Florida State, obviously. A big opportunity next week against Miami. It might be the difference in them going to the college football playoff. Like, that's a big statement they can make. So the season's not over. You can be disappointed, but I don't think you have to punt on the season. Dude, we're just getting started. Like, how awesome. This kind of sets the table because we've been talking about this week being a big-time week and what to look forward to. Like, this is the start of it. And you have to bring up in your head, just being a fan of Georgia, if you're a Georgia fan, is Bama that good? Right? Like, immediately you go, is Bama lost to that FSU team? You start drawing parallels to the other one. Maybe Bama's not as good as we thought they were. We're going to figure that out tomorrow. But obviously, huge day for Virginia. The ACC just got a little bit different. Clemson obviously has already taken a few steps back. Virginia says, hey, we're throwing our name in the ring. Miami's been doing their thing. FSU takes a step back. The whole ACC seems like it's pretty wide open. It's pretty competitive. Just what we thought at the start of the season, right? We were thinking one-team league, get one guys in the playoffs. But we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow to recap some games. But the officials, the replay booth, that was cool. You know what else was really, really cool? The fans, literally, I've never seen a faster rushing of the field. Have y'all? Like, that was literally, the ball barely hit the ground and the fans were swarming. And I always wonder about that because, like, when I'm pissed off as a player and I'm walking on the field and that all that's happening, it's not the best time to like approach me because I'm going to get upset. And that's kind of the big part of it. Like, I don't want something to happen. I don't want an altercation to happen with a player and a fan because they're jacked up, they're excited, they're rushing the field, and it was just crazy. When you see the replay, just watch. Like, ball is barely hitting the ground, and Virginia's like, yes, we're celebrating this. We'll take the fine. We're going right on the field. The table's been set, boys. Like, what a great way to start this week of college football. A huge upset on Friday night. Tons of big games coming tomorrow. So we will see you back here tomorrow afternoon after the 3:30 window and then tomorrow night to wrap up college football.